Hi there, it's Rebecca from WildWestDye, and on this video I'm going to show you my favourite short row technique, which is Japanese short rows. This is a technique I use for the Colourwheel cushion kit that I sell, so I just wanted to give an instructional video for this. So I've got a little sample here, and what you need is either removable stitch markers, or if you don't have them, you need little scraps of yarn, which I refer to as yarn tails. So I use these because I don't own any removable stitch markers, and I always have yarn lying around. So to work the Japanese short rows, you get to the position where you want to turn. So I'm just going to put it here. Okay, or I'm going to do two left. There we go. So this is the turning point. So I'm going to turn my work like so. I'm then going to slip the stitch from left to right needle purlwise. I'm going to take a yarn tail and I'm going to place it to the left of the yarn, the left of the working yarn, and I'm going to purl the next stitch, making sure, there we go, the yarn tail is trapped. There we go, sorry. So it's trapped in the little horizontal bar between the last two stitches, the slip stitch and the purl stitch there. Okay, and then I'm going to purl to the end of the row. There we go. And I'll just do one more placement to show you so you can see it again. So I'm going to turn my work, and then I'm going to work the next short row round. So I'm going to knit across, I'll just do it to here, and then you turn your work, you slip one stitch purlwise, which means you're just in exactly the same direction like this, from left to right needle. So this is what slipping purlwise is. You take a yarn tail, put it to the left of the working yarn. Working yarn means, you know, the yarn that you're knitting or purling with, and then you purl the next stitch, making sure the yarn tail is trapped in that horizontal bar there. Okay, so that's the short row setup. Now when you come to work in your short rows and you're going to knit across the whole piece, this is how you do it. So you knit along until you get to the point where the first yarn tail is on the right side. So you've already knitted the stitch and the yarn tail is on this side here. Okay. You then insert your right needle as if to knit the next stitch. You pull on both ends of your yarn tail, you lift up this loop, here we go, and then you place it onto the right needle, like so. It's a little bit fiddly. Here we go. You then insert your left needle back through those two stitches. So you basically got the next stitch that you're going to knit, and then the loop that you've just pulled from your yarn tail. And you knit these two together. And then I'll show you again on the next one. So you work to the next short row. You make sure you knit the stitch so the yarn tail is on the right of the work. Insert your right needle through the next stitch. Take both ends of the yarn tail, pull it up, see that loop, and that loop gets placed over the end of the right needle. which is a bit of the fiddly part. Sometimes your yarn tail falls out, but if you can see that loop, it's okay, because you just need to get that loop onto the right end of the needle. There we go. You take your left needle out, you put your left needle back in through the knit stitch and that loop stitch that you've just put on top of your right needle, and you knit 2 together. And then you work to the end of the row, like so. And then I'm just going to purl 1 row to show you what it looks like. I find Japanese short rows the cleanest for stocking stitch. It's my personal preference. Let me just get that there. There we go. Let's quickly get through it. Here we go. And you see, like, it looks so clean. I really love it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.